players on the series. No doubt about that, Ellia Green, and she's about to do battle against Canada alongside Australia. There is Pool A and how it sits after day one, with just the 2 games to come from this pool throughout the twilight session here in Sao Paulo. Canada have been good. Australia, it must be said, were rather scratchy against Ireland in their second game of the day at the Arena Burreri. And here is how we line up. Australia currently ranked number 1, Canada 6th, and overall it's fairly tight with Australia 7-4 leaders overall in the series, that is, in the HSBC Women's 7 Series. Last time they met, Australia went down. This is how they look for this matchup in Pool A. And Melody Robinson, well, there is just some real talent on both sides of the coin.
Absolutely, and then on the bench as well, look at Green in the number 12 for Australia, injected throughout the match. And then for Canada, well, I love 3, 4 and 7. The big girls up the front, that just really set the platform for Canada. Plus, of course, Paxton, well, she's got a bit of speed on her too, so she can take you on the outside.
Jen Kish there with the dyed blonde hair, the tattoos up and down the arms and legs. She's got the rock star look going, a rock star game to complement it. On the other side there is Shan Parry, captaining in the absence of Shani Williams, who is here in Sao Paulo with the team and presented the jerseys as well last night. Rasta Rasavengi is our referee. Good morning to you back in Australia. Just tick past 6 a.m. So if you're up watching on your smart TV via the stream, good morning to you. And to you up in Canada as well, hello, and we trust you'll enjoy this one. Both sides very closely lined up, Australia and Canada. Here in Brazil, taking into contact there is Ben, who has broken the line on a number of occasions in the earlier matches today against Ireland and Fiji. Oh, that is a sweet ball from Russell, I think it was, who got the pass away. Indeed it was. That was a lovely sleight of hand from Kelly Russell. However, Australia have somehow found a way to tear it back. Now Tonagato holds a pass up. Quirk taps it on across to Polite. Polite going to back herself in and away on Farella. Oh my goodness. Polite went in, then darted the other way, and in a blink, she has skipped clear and grabbed Australia's first.
Individually, I believe Polite's been your best so far. Australia, she's been unreal when she gets the ball. Every time she stresses the defence, you just don't know which direction she's going to take, because look at that balance. And Farella, I mean, for her to lose her balance like that, that is full on. That is great work. Such
a good way to describe her, Melody Robinson, as we just get a quick look at Etheridge with the conversion attempt. It's away yet. Talking of Vani Polite, balance is the first word that springs to mind. When she's at full tilt, everything she does is just so well-rounded. 5-0 Australia leading Canada. She just glides across the turf.
Absolutely. And the wonderful thing is Australia has so many threats that it gives somebody like her a chance to shine on the odd occasion too. She certainly has.
And now hassling and reclaiming the restart. Oh, that is just excellent work from Polite. Quirk across to Parry. Now Kaslik. Kaslik will hold the pass up for Cherry. Cherry is going to scoot away, and Australia have fired out of the blocks against Canada. They're up by 10.
Karen Paquin, so quick, so fast, usually on defence there. She's going to kick herself when she sees that video replay, because she'd come in there, you see, on Charlotte Cassett. She should have trusted Maleshki on her inside, and you never let this lady have any space like that in front of her. She is outstandingly quick, and she's top try scorer for Australia in their history.
Well, those cobwebs that were catching around the Australian performance against Ireland have been ripped away early on against Canada. Kicks away, so it stays 10-0. She can afford a little smile, and Cherry.
Yeah, it was just discipline in that match. For some reason, they were giving away a lot of penalties. They obviously had a look, worked it out.
Etheridge won't find the 10-metre line, so Canada will have their first jaunt inside Australia's half with ball in hand. Tapping and going is Maleshki. That's a nice ball across to Farella.
Rack! Rack! Rack first, too late. Rack first.
Very clear with the call was Ruster, and Canada playing quickly through Kish. Kish in and around, and now powering at the line. Jen Kish, as we said, rock star looks, rock star game.
And she's like a freight train, straight through the middle. There's a huge load off her. It was about 3 Australian players. Didn't matter because she just trudged her way over. Look, a bit of dexterity too, I've got to say. Power involved, footwork. And there it is, the Aussies hanging off. Doesn't worry, Kish.
Conversion attempt to bring it back to just a 3-point game, and it is good off the boot of Landry. Kish brings her team back into this one, and it is now 10 points to 7 in favour of the Aussies. Russell on the hunt and tapping back. Does beautifully. Kish again. Kish pops it to Paquin. Oh, strong contact. She barreled into Polite.
Advantage.
It was slow coming out of that. Etheridge. Terrific covering tackle.
Over.
Russell. Oh, Polite stuck her hand out, and it'll just be the scrum pack. Not knocked down was the call.
Yeah, interesting, because Super Rugby this year, that will be penalised.
She's about to catch them.
Even if they're trying to go for the intercept. Because, you know, Paquin could have been away there.
Fine.
80% would have been away.
Set.
Sean, you might not agree.
She would have taken some stopping, Paquin. Farella looking to get outside Cherry. Cherry shows her the outside and then brings it down. Farella, excellent heads-up play to release on the ground and pick and go again. And the double rolls the call, just trying to buy some extra time, was Farella.
Yeah, she didn't need to. She had at least 2 red jerseys with her there, but she just fell for the temptation, didn't she?
Kaslik restarting play. Tonagato is deep in the pocket there, and that is offside play.
They use the switches a lot, Australia, usually very effective.
Right now they're going to have to muscle up and hold tight in defence as this impressive Canadian team come on through Maleshki. Landry. Across to Ben. Ben has Paquin on the outside. Polite makes the tackle with the help of Etheridge, and now Russell digs it out. Russell all rumbling at the line and reaches out. She plants it down. What a great bit of play there from Kelly Russell.
They're using the big girls up the front, aren't they? Canada, first it was Kish, and now it's her fellow prop and Russell. There's the setup from Ben. Yep, bit of a dummy. 2 Aussies, and just got over in the end. Definitely playing the power game, Canada, at this point.
And the conversion attempt is an absolute peach from out wide, thanks to Landry. And at half-time, Canada have overturned a 10-0 deficit to lead by 4. Tim Walsh just addressing the team. In the Canadian huddle, it's John Tate, their coach.
In the second half now is just keep on sticking to the game plan. It's working, right? Good composure, we got good support to the ball, just lots of patience, right? Good battle over here. Every time we come back here, just patience. Keep your feet, keep working together, the latch and it's on, okay?
Keep saying those fours are on.
Yeah. Fours are definitely on, and they're stacking in this breakdown, so that's what we need, is just the patience. It's 1-4-2 or 1-1-1-1-2, okay?
So a step sooner on the latch. They're right on that ball. We got to get quicker on that.
He's always so calm, isn't he, Canadian coach John Tate? You know, I've got a career mapped out for him post-rugby.
What is it?
Audio books. He just reads audio books because he could put me to sleep in the blink of an eye.
With the old jet lag right now, you probably needed
Thick
that last night.
Canadian accent, he's so calm. Whatever you say, Big Johnny,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
all yours.
he really is, and I would have loved that when I was playing as a coach, because we certainly didn't get that back in the old days.
But it shows it works for this Canadian team.
And, you know, he identified what I'd sort of pointed out at the beginning of the game, that he thinks that their advantage lies in the forwards and your Kishes, in your Patwins, those kind of players, and of course Russell, and he's liking them attacking up that right-hand edge.
Goal.
So after
Red.
trailing by 10, Canada have hit back hard against the Aussies, the #1 ranked team in the world at present. Canada are clear by 4 points. Landry will be looking for a good chase on this. She goes deep. Down it goes to Kaslik. Kaslik across the field to Etheridge. Etheridge will bust them open initially and now look to link. She won't have the gas to go the whole way, but Tonagato on the outside would have. They couldn't link. It comes loose. Molesky dives on it. Scrappy stuff, but all good for Canada. Hish. Across to the tallest player on the field by some distance, Russell. Tonagato had to come up quick. And now Molesky having a little dart. Oh, that's back and forth, back and forth. That looked to be knocked on.
Sorry.
We saw that, a penalty a little earlier. The same thing from the Australians on the switch ball. That time round, just the scrum.
Oh, sorry.
Well, refs don't always get it right. They're not 100% all the time. Tell you what, though, Australia need to work harder at the breakdown, because I think that's an area also that Canada have the advantage over them at the moment. They're really attacking that area and they're winning possession there.
Catch. Fine. Sit.
Kaslik pops to Quirk. Cherry looking to get on the outside of Farella. Farella gave her a bit of room and now will back herself to chase her down on the inside. Was Green, and on her 23rd birthday, Elia Green now has 2 tries to celebrate.
Well worked, classic Australian try that, with Green on the edge, seen that plenty of times already over the past couple of years. Just her second try so far today, but you know, using her sparingly off the bench. Good work from Cherry, and you know that all happened because one of the players, Farella it was, just didn't trust her inside. It was Molesky coming up. She should have just let her come up on defence. She should have stayed on Cherry. Gave Cherry a good opportunity. You just can't let Australia in like that. Take full advantage.
She is top of the pops at the moment. Elliot Green, 3 clear of Silva and Kelly Brazier.
And how fast does she run the 100 metres?
11.3 seconds.
11.3. It's smoking.
That is quick. 15-14. Etheridge to Polite, and now Quirk. Here's Cherry. Cherry grubbering through, trying to get in behind Kish, but she's all over that. Kish. Parry dumps her into the turf. Captain on captain.
Move, Rack.
Etheridge read that well. As soon as it was scooped up by Paco, and Etheridge hit her with everything she had.
Tackle only.
Kish. Across to Landry. Landry, that's a well-timed pass for Russell, who's having a day out. Kelly Russell. Great skill set for such a rangy player as well. Green and Parry make the tackle there on Landry. It's Farella. Farella trying to slip by Polite. Polite gets her on the second attempt. Paquin does beautifully, and then the counter ruck is awesome from Australia. Kazlik swooped through, picked up the loose ball, and is going to back herself to go the distance. Well, there was nothing doing for Australia, but that's what the top teams can do. They'll sting you from all over. Defence or attack, it does not matter.
That is exactly right. There was Canadian ball. Paquin was on top of it. They only had 2 there. She should have probably picked up the ball, but she just didn't have the support. Out-muscled there. Quirk involved, I think it was. And also this young lady here, Kaslik. We know how fast she is too.
From 3 with conversions. Etheridge this time is hit beautifully and it goes through. So that opens up a handy little buffer for Australia. 8 points to margin.
About the Australians, they're just so calm even when they're behind on the scoreboard. They've got a lot of innate belief in themselves now.
Well, are we ready to go?
We've had 3 lead changes in this one. It's been an excellent game between the Aussies and the Canadians, and Nicole Beck now onto the park. Nicole Beck, we don't see her restart too often, and that's why. That one out the fly and going about 3 metres off the boot.
Well, Chloe Dalton, of course, not here with Australia, and her kicking, unbelievable, on the money every time. You lose a kicker like that, it's tough just to pick up the skill.
Molesky to Landry. Heaps of time left for Canada if they can score here. Farella does well. That is excellent from Farella, and then she explodes through the other side. Unfortunately for her, Alicia Quirk was waiting and swooped on the ball. Polite. Kish, great tackle inside Parry. This is going to be interesting. Let's see what Elliot Green can do to Karen Paquin. Green is going to stop and go. That's such terrific cover defence initially from Paquin. Green now throws it back infield to Nicole Beck. They're forming quite a partnership, these two, Green and Beck. Oh, it's a little bit of something for Shan Parry. Beck lays it off for the captain. And this one is bagged and tagged for the Aussies.
Yeah, give it to the captain. She's done all the hard graft up the middle, this young lady. But Green, I would have put money on her just to keep going initially when Paquin was on it. just back yourself. Put the fend out there. You've got enough speed to do it. Bit of a basketball pass at the end. But Wowee, Australia showing their class at this point.
Perhaps Nicole Beck owed Shan Parry one. And Nicole Beck slaps through the extra two, and in the end, Australia get home against a very, very strong Canadian team. Full time, 29-14.
Aqui no Super Desafio de Rugby Sevens, Brasil, Bradesco.